Magic bands at Walt Disney World. They have improved the experience for all of us in so many ways, but as Walt Disney himself said, we have to keep looking forward. So in today's video, I'm going to look forward into what the future of the Magic Band might look like at Disney. Wearable technology is expanding each and every year, and it's not just at Disney. Other vacation destinations, including cruise lines, are using more and more wearable tech. We can find different styles of tech all over the place, but one example that I'm thinking of today is Universal's Volcano Bay Tapu Tapu wristband. The Tapu Tapu wristband can be used in many of the same ways that the Magic Band can, and even more. One feature that I find extremely interesting are the Tapu Tapu alerts, where your wristband will actually tell you when your next FastPass is so you don't forget about it. In my opinion, this is just another way for you to disconnect. You don't have to worry about what's coming next because your wristband will tell you. Another very interesting feature is Tapu Tapu Play, where you can use your wristband to interact with things around you. As you walk by a tiki statue, maybe water squirts out of its mouth, or you set off a sprinkler effect just by having this wristband with you. On top of that, there's also Tapu Tapu Lock, where you can use this wristband to activate a locker at the water park and use it to unlock it at the end of the day. It all sounds extremely interesting and promising for what the future of the Magic Band might bring to Walt Disney World, but it goes beyond ground-based theme parks. I'm talking about cruise lines. I actually made a video not too long ago about Magic Bands on board the Disney Cruise Line in the future and where the cruise industry is in terms of wearable tech. You can find that video right there at the I button and linked in the description below. One feature that I found extremely interesting on board is your ability to find where your friends are at any time. Just imagine them bringing that technology to Walt Disney World. Some families would definitely find this technology useful at Walt Disney World, but is it necessary for a land-based vacation? I think probably not. Let's not forget we have cell phones now. We can text each other, call each other, use Find My Friends or other location-based apps to tell each other where we are. Do we need that when we're connected and on Wi-Fi and have connection via cell towers? Probably not. On board, it definitely makes sense. On land, not so much. Those are just a few examples about what some other companies are doing with wearable technology right now that we may see in the future for Magic Band 3, but there's even more than that. There are so many different features that I found that Disney could add to wearable technology. I have broken it down into 3 categories. The first category are things that I really do believe that Disney will be adding to the Magic Band in the future, maybe not the next generation, but eventually. The second category are the far less likely items, things that I think Disney may bring to the Magic Band in the future, but maybe not. Last but not least, the third category is just those wild and crazy ideas that Disney will probably never bring to the Magic Band, but it's fun to think about. Let's start with those updates that I think we are very likely going to see in the future. First up, I think we can definitely say more colors will be coming to the Magic Bands in the future. Now, I'm not talking about those customized designs that you can buy for yourself. I'm talking about the ones that are included with your reservations. We've already got great ones like green and blue and purple and red and pink and orange and yellow and gray, but what about teal and gold and maybe even like a multicolor like paint splatter as part of the ones that you get with your reservation? It's definitely true that Disney will continue selling those special Magic Bands with certain designs and limited edition ones, but they will no doubt be adding more colors to the ones that are included with your reservation in the future. Next up, I think we can definitely expect a thinner style of Magic Band in the future. If we take a look at Magic Band 1 versus Magic Band 2, Magic Band 2 is right there on the top, the black one. The green one is Magic Band 1. You can see it's a little bit thinner right there on Magic Band 2, right in the middle, and even the band itself right there, that's thinner too. So we'll definitely see at least a slight design change in the near future and a much bigger design change in the long-term future. Another feature I think we are almost guaranteed to see in the future are Magic Bands on board the Disney Cruise Line. I fully expect Disney to roll out with those Magic Bands on board the Disney Cruise Line when the new ships are ready to sail. Something that would be really cool is to be able to use your own custom Magic Band with your favorite design on board the Disney Cruise Line. I'm not sure how feasible that would be because I think they have to put some kind of text on the outside to let you know when your dining reservation is and in your emergency section, but it would be cool. And next up, I would love to see more of those effects on the Mickey Globe touch point. So when you touch the touch point, I want to see it do something extra special for special Magic Bands. This effect is already available on some extremely limited release Magic Bands, but I don't think it's enough. I think more of those special Magic Bands should get those special effects in the future. Last on our list of things that I think are extremely likely going to happen, some kind of photo wrap that you can design yourself for your Magic Band. Just imagine it. A PhotoPass photographer took your picture, you love how it turned out, you want to create your own custom Magic Band. You go to one of these kiosks where you can create your own, you simply click a button, you can upload your photo, arrange it however you want, and then they print out a Magic Band for you with a wrap of that photo. Maybe your entire family is shown on this photo on the Magic Band. This is something that I can absolutely see Disney doing in the future. Disney is halfway there. They've already got kiosks at Walt Disney World where you can design your own Magic Band with your favorite character, your favorite scene, your name on the side. They just have to take it one step further. Disney, want to sell more Magic Bands? Take that advice. Now let's move on to that list of things that I think are far less likely, but still possible we could see in Magic Bands in the future. First up, some way for them to display the time on the Magic Band. It definitely would be useful to have the time and the Magic Band all in one so you don't miss your reservation, you always know what time it is. That being said, what about battery life? Even though battery life is an issue, I think it's something that Disney could definitely accomplish. We already have digital watches that last for 10 years without needing any kind of battery change just because they don't use much power. It's something that Disney could work on. Another idea that ties in with the time is counting the steps you've walked using your Magic Band. Is it something that would be cool? Absolutely. Do we really need it? Not necessarily. We have smartphones that can already act as pedometers, so maybe we don't need that. Instead of a pedometer, what about that idea to have the Magic Band buzz and remind you when your next reservation is? Whether it's dining reservation or Fast Pass, you never forget it because it's all right here. I personally think that this would be a great evolution of the Magic Band. Some way to remind me not to miss my reservation. It doesn't happen often, but every so often I do miss a reservation, so that would be extremely helpful to me. One big problem with having that vibration in your Magic Band is that it would definitely cause it to grow, and I love the fact that the Magic Band is super thin, just sits right on your wrist, it's extremely comfortable. I do not want it to grow. Now this is a personal decision, but I would rather not have that buzz reminder of the Fast Pass or reservation and keep it small rather than have it grow and have that buzzing reminder. That's just me, I just like how comfortable, small, and convenient it is. Last we come to the wild and crazy, very unlikely list. Things that I would love to see in the Magic Band, but I really doubt. First up, some kind of GPS system so that when your next reservation is due, there's a little arrow that points you to maybe the Haunted Mansion or Space Mountain. You can just follow it in case you're lost. It sounds good, but it causes more problems than it solves. First, the Magic Band would definitely grow in size, and you know how I feel about that. Not a fan of it growing. It would also definitely need a larger battery, so again, going to get a lot bigger. I'd rather not have that technology and keep it smaller. Another wild and crazy idea is for you to use your Magic Band to play some kind of GPS-enabled game. It seems less wild and crazy every single day. We already have Apple Watches that can play Pokemon Go on them. Just imagine them doing something very similar on the Magic Band, where you play Disney Go, just as an example, and based on recent surveys, they definitely are interested in this latest and greatest tech, so maybe we'll see some kind of integration with your Magic Band and a game that you can play. Obviously, it would be linked with your smartphone, but the Magic Band has definitely a place in this future game. It's just an idea, but one I think Disney may consider. These all sound super exciting, right? But just keep in mind, a lot of these things take time to develop. So if we see a few of these changes made to the next generation of Magic Band, I would be very, very happy. The other things may take several generations of Magic Bands to get there. The biggest disadvantages to some of these ideas are battery and the size of the Magic Band itself. And the idea of having to charge your Magic Band every single night is not something that I think any of us want to deal with. But that being said, Disney has been working on technology to charge items in your room. So when you go to your room at night, you don't have to remember to plug anything in. You just set the Magic Band on the table, and by the time you leave, it's fully charged. Just an idea that Disney might be considering for the future. I'd never put those pieces together until now. So what do you think Disney might be working on for Magic Band 3 or maybe Generation 4 or 5 in the future? Let me know which feature sounds the best to you that you would like Disney to prioritize in the future, or maybe you just love Magic Band 2 as it is, and this is as much technology as you want on your body at any given time? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.